What did we have written in there?
It's good. Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's AllYouCanGeek Gamecast, episode 338. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gass, joined by Mike Saniti.
What's up?
Corey Feinside.
Uh-oh.
I can't hear you, Corey.
Corey,
I think
you're
you're
muted.
muted, Corey.
You're muted.
Still can't hear you, Corey.
I think Corey found a new way to derail us with his greeting again.
Well, see, okay, so here's the thing. If you're not watching, you don't know what's going on. You gotta tune into YouTube, guys. That's what it's all about.
Okay, I almost hit stop on the recording. Thank you. And as always, Tony Korkanakis.
Yo.
Yeah. So welcome, guys, to episode 338. Woo! Quick turnaround for the episodes this week because we did a late one with the spoiler cast in between. Man, actually, there's some interesting stuff coming out. We talked about Destiny last week, last podcast, for a big game.
It was last week.
Yeah, it was, yeah. For the big game coming out this fall. And now it seems like the Spider-Man game is trying to come out this year. Is there any chance of this?
I thought it was supposed to originally, but we haven't seen much of it at all since that original trailer.
So, Corey, what did you write on? You wrote on Slack. They're also planning on releasing God of War. And
well, there was a bunch of posters in Spain, like because Spain's Father's Day was recently, like it was about around now or something. And so there's a bunch of posters in Spain saying, like, with pictures of the God of War characters, you know, Kratos and his son, whatever.
Yeah.
And it says in
translate.
Yeah, translation is like my dad can beat up your dad, basically. And it says coming 2017.
I've never played those games.
No, I've never either. I mean, I've been in a room with someone playing one of those games, and it just looked boring to me.
Yeah.
What was the
But it also looks totally different now, the way they presented this trailer.
This one is completely different, yeah.
It looks a little bit like Horizon in a way.
It kind of does. It kind of does. You know, I thought more and more about Horizon after we talked about it last week, and it is like one of those defining games.
Oh, man, I really can't wait to talk like full spoilers about that.
Yeah, we should do that. We should do that this week or next week. So let's figure that out. But anyway, so
and then the other one was Days Gone too. Like
Days Gone, right. So now Days Gone, I have zero interest in Days Gone. Like I just don't. I think it looks very bland.
It looks bad.
Yeah, it looks very bland.
It's like Ghost in the Shell. It's like look at this cool thing that we're doing. Nobody cares. Yeah. Nobody asked for it.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
That's the feeling I have.
Who needs another zombie game? Are we out of that? Are we getting old? Is that getting tired yet?
Well, as Walking Dead is, so it is everywhere.
We're gonna get
too.
Last of Us 2, which is kind of a zombie game.
True.
Yeah.
True. I think production value wise is a little better than Days Gone.
We're in the middle of another
How long have they
been
been working on Days Gone? I mean, they've been working on that since Uncharted Golden Abyss, which is the Vita launch game.
Yeah.
Aren't we in the middle of another Walking Dead like Telltale season and no one cares this time?
It is going on, and I'm going to wait for it to be discounted. There's no way I'm playing it at that price.
I still haven't played season 2, so
it was okay.
I'm right there with you, Tony.
It was fine.
I have it on both PS4 and Xbox One.
Yeah. And
I haven't played it because I think it was free or something at some point.
I don't know. I feel like it is losing its steam. So if I was Telltale, I would stop making that game and give us a goddamn second season to The Wolf Among Us.
Or Tales from the Borderlands. Like that too.
Wolf Among Us though deserves one sooner because they've been longer out. You know, like they come on.
Well, I agree that it deserves a second season. I mean, I would just obviously. I mean, if you're talking to me,
you biased bastard, give us. Wolf Among Us.
I mean, that's my second favorite series that they did.
Yeah,
but it's not like a game.
No, but I mean now they're doing Guardians of the Galaxy. I think Game of Thrones.
I mean that's what the thing is. It's like it's a story. It's a story you're going through. It's a graphic novel that you're basically getting to participate in. And so like when the show or episode season ends, kind of on a cliffhanger, you're like, wait, well, when's the next season coming up?
Yep.
Oh, we're not doing that. We're gonna give you Batman, Minecraft.
That's a gripe that I have, legitimate gripe with like TV shows. Is why I've mentioned this on this podcast
Game of Thrones,
where I don't watch TV shows that I know don't have an ending. Like even if somebody tells me it was great,
you're doing the Samurai Jack. Have you been keeping up with that?
I'm on episode 5, season 1, so not really. But I can. I've been playing a lot of games recently. so I
Yes.
haven't been watching a lot.
Same thing. I mean, if you guys listen
We
to the
all
movie
have.
cast, I really had nothing to say about what I've been watching because it's been gaming.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like, I'm trying to not have a backlog of games, and unfortunately, it's going to happen very shortly. So
It's not a big problem though.
no, because there's nothing else after Persona this week, right? Nothing.
Not for you guys. If you guys aren't interested in Injustice, which I am,
I'm interested in
Well,
Injustice.
I'm
I just
not-
don't know if I'm going to pre-order that
I'm
thing
not
because
like
I could get
day
it.
one purchase of Injustice. I'm just not that.
I do want to get it. I mean, the Injustice comic series is fantastic.
I feel
yeah,
like
yeah.
Injustice is going to be the best DC story released this year.
I don't know.
That's probably not wrong.
Probably, yeah.
It could be. Yeah.
I mean,
their
just based
stories
off
are
of what
great.
we've seen in the comics and like what they did with the first game, it's been a very solid storyline that they've put together there.
I just love that they have like most of like the
Oh.
legit voice cast in there too.
Yeah, we forgot to talk about Wolverine coming back. Did you see that in the movie cast? He's
Oh,
coming back
for
to the comics.
The comics, yeah.
Finally, Jim.
Now that the movie
Finally.
runs
There you
over,
go.
he's
You
coming
missed
back.
it by about a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's funny to me because I'm wondering. So what are they going to do with Old Man Logan, who they basically inserted in his
series-
place into the X-Men?
That series is ending.
So what's he
Everything
gonna
is
do?
getting rebooted, Mike. That's why. That's what Marvel does. They reboot.
That's because their sales are really bad now.
Oh,
And
yeah,
it's
the comics.
it's our-
yeah.
It's our fault or the fans' fault because they didn't like progressive ideas, I guess, is what VP said or something.
Yeah, they're weird over there. I don't know. It's like such a disconnect between the different factions within Marvel. You have the comic book faction. Oh shoot, sorry guys, my boiler just came on.
I mean, is anybody interested?
Oh, shoot.
I don't know. Is anybody interested in Prey?
No, not really. It's another
If
one where
I
it's like
had, when is
it's a
that
game
coming
that-
out?
May 5th.
yeah, it's one of those things that looks interesting, but it's
Not now.
no time to play it, and it's like hopefully it does well. Like there's a ton of them. Like Neo looks pretty cool. Actually, Yakuza 0 is supposed to be really good. And like these games I want to get to near. I mean, come on, like eventually maybe, but like, there's no time for Prey. It's not gonna happen
Well, that'll be
for a while.
That'll be.
I mean, I haven't even played Rise of the Tomb Raider, and I bought that last year
And
in
I
November.
like that game. You should play that game.
Whenever it came out on PS4.
I'm just trying to look ahead. I'm sorry if I'm looking down on the screen, everybody. I'm just kind of trying to see if there's
Well, I
something.
mean, you
that
gotta show your Mets pride. Big
Yeah.
win today, opening day.
I'm just trying to see if there's anything like big in May or June, which for me it doesn't list much. So,
Usually, I mean, again, like you don't get big releases that often in these months, so
but that's
yeah,
good. That's
getting
good
them all
though, because
front
now,
loaded and backload.
yeah, now we can actually get to these backlog games. Like we can get there, guys. So I mean that's good news.
It's not a
but
backlog, it's a collection.
It's a collection, yes. So yeah, I don't know. I'm looking forward to actually. I haven't played Overwatch in like 6 months, so.
I don't think we haven't played Overwatch since October.
That's
6 months. 7 months.
All right,
You know, that's about
it's pretty. You gotta get in there, man. You missed out on season 3.
I know.
You missed the most overpowered season for Diva. Like,
Now they're gonna tweak
That's
it.
all.
Well, what shirt are you wearing,
nerf this,
Tony? I was gonna
nerf
say.
this, and they did.
First they buffed that, and then they nerfed that.
Nerf that. Now she needs to say, buff this.
Yeah.
please."
Oh, speaking of which, Jim, we got some Overwatch news too.
Yes. So what they're gonna do? They're teasing a reveal for what? April 12th. Yeah,
April 11th, we're gonna get a new event coming.
Okay.
Not quite sure what it's gonna be, but seems maybe PVE, kind
Yeah.
of. More, like with the Halloween thing, they had that cooperative type of game mode.
Yeah.
So it could possibly be something like that, but again, we're not sure. And it's so close to Easter. I was expecting it to kind of have Easter themes, but it doesn't seem to be that.
No.
So
Easter's a little too religious.
Have you guys played that game at all? Have you tried the new character?
No.
not yet.
Yeah.
Is it out already?
Yeah, it's been out for a little while.
All right, whatever.
Tony, have you
It's a
been playing?
tank, so I'm never gonna play her anyway.
Tony, have you been playing Zelda? Have you tried the new updated Zelda?
Yeah, it's awesome.
So they patched it last week as we were podcasting. I think the patch came out that night.
Yep.
And I wish they had better patch notes. Come on, Nintendo, please give us patch notes and tell me.
Hold on. Do
They
you have the
don't
patch
know
notes
how-
up?
I think it just
how
says
it
stability
works.
fixes, right?
No. Read the patch notes.
All right.
It's really funny, actually.
I'll get them right now. But anyway, so they patched the game, and without telling anybody really, they basically made the frame rate fix for both handheld and docked. But like, I've seen videos of it.
What about Wii U?
And Wii U,
but not
well.
as much. Not as much, apparently.
Yeah, I wanted to see what it was. Is this the patch notes? Here we go.
Apparently, patch notes.
Here it is. Adjustments have been made to make for a more pleasant gaming experience. That's their patch
There
notes.
we go.
That's the patch notes.
So
That's
I guess it's accurate, right? I mean,
it is.
That's when I read updates on PlayStation to see what's changed in the game, and it's just like general improvements. I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah, give us something else, damn it. So they fixed it though, which is good to hear, good to see, because like I said during our discussion about that, was like that for me took away a little bit for it, just because the dip would be so bad in certain areas. I don't want to give away those areas, but there are some really bad areas.
They're just really big open areas.
No, that's what was weird. They're just very clustered areas.
It's because it's dense.
Busy
what their stuff
dense.
do. Like,
Okay.
Yeah. I was gonna say,
because the thing is, everything in the game you can pretty much interact with. So when you get into the highly dense areas, like the game's like, oh, what could you possibly be doing to anything right around you? So it's like,
yeah,
okay, but no, it's drastically improved. I'm not gonna say it's perfect because I don't think it's perfect, but at least the starting area, which was immediately noticeable, like it's like, oh, cool, like I get to move around, and you're like, ooh, dip down a little bit.
Yeah,
that's
it's more noticeable in docked, obviously, than handheld, but it did on occasion in handheld, but mostly in docked.
But I would say it's pretty drastic improvement.
Yeah, Corey, so you like not playing that game right away? Dude, you should play it now. Like one of my biggest.
Persona.
You think that's the patch that'll do it? Makes it. It's not going to get
Tony,
any better.
Are you telling him to play Persona over Breath of the Wild?
For him, yeah.
Oh. I really thought that.
I mean, I'm a
crazy.
way bigger fan of Persona than I am of Zelda.
But it's one of those games like you just talked about Horizon, and I think Breath of the Wild is one of those games.
Oh no, it definitely is. But I
have no idea what
conscious
Persona's
tell
going
Corey
to
to
be.
play Breath of the Wild and not play Persona.
But
I mean, if I had
right
Persona,
now,
you're talking about 100 hours dedicated to Persona coming out. Like
when this podcast airs live for people, Persona will be out.
Yes.
And it will be playable.
Yes.
And it will be played.
Like you, I was hoping to get it a day early, but
I know.
Yeah.
Like, that's what we got with Horizon. I was like, ooh, Best Buy, come on, buddy.
It's all right, you guys. Like when we get to like July, like it's done. You're gonna have like all of the summer to like play whatever you're not playing now.
Starting after this, I don't have anything I want to play right away.
Right, and that's why I'm glad I didn't play Horizon, because Jim, I feel you kind of rushed through both Horizon and Zelda.
No, I mean,
there's something in Horizon that I wanted to ask you about, Jim, because there's something in Horizon that was very like for me, I was very emotional, and it's completely optional. You do not need to for this to happen at all. You actually have to search it out. And I was like, I wonder if Jim did this, because it affected the story for me a lot.
But it's an optional thing. It can't be that impactful in the story.
Jim doesn't understand how these work.
No, it's fuck you, open world games. There you go. No, seriously.
I do want to ask you about it, because I know I
think I know what you're talking about. I also realized that I got a pretty relatively rare trophy for being a bit of a completionist too.
That's
yeah,
good.
yeah. Well, I don't.
I do want to go back and platinum the game at some point, because it is just a fun world to be in too.
Yeah.
Like I really do enjoy just booting into it.
Anyways,
I don't see myself doing that because I don't believe in just collect random bullshit trophies and that's it.
But anyway,
wait, how many Riddler trophies have you gotten over the years?
Those all have puzzles involved with them.
Oh.
Almost all.
Well.
Corey's holding back.
No, I'm just saying I don't want to.
No, you're definitely holding back. I could tell.
Well, I don't want to spoil anything.
No, I respect that. I respect it, but I know you're holding back.
Yeah. Anyways, back to the Breath of the Wild. So the patch came out, fixed a lot of the frame rate. Anything else?
They
fixed
More
the
pleasurable
glitch.
game experience.
What'd you say, Jim?
They fixed the glitch, right?
Which one?
Not the running glitch, but the something else. I can't remember what it was. Shit. It fixed the glitch in the game that people were exploiting. It was an exploit.
They might have, and that's fine. I mean, exploits can be detrimental, but whatever. If you use them, I guess it's your fault. But no, I mean, really good. It's kind of makes me we'll have to play the game again just to.
I'm going to continue playing. That's the thing. Like, I'm not done with that game. So.
Well, that's the thing. Is like, I mean, not to delve into what we've been up to, but like, I boot that game up probably like every other day and play a little bit, and it's at the point where I don't know where the fuck these shrines are hiding. Like, I have 30 something left. I have no idea where they are. Still, like, I'm just like, I find fucking Korok seeds all the time. I'm like, oh yeah, I see that. I see what I have to do here, and just like, well, this is a cool area, and there's like some enemies there and whatnot, and treasures. And I'm just like, I'm like, where the fuck are these shrines?
Yep. Yeah. So I don't know.
I was at a sauna with Sonia. It's kind of like a bathhouse sauna like place. It's pretty cool actually, but it's funny they have like the male area where because you have to change and
it's like
basically yeah exactly. This guy he's like gets out of the bath, just butt naked, is like sits like gets his towel, like dries himself off a little bit, sits down, pulls out a Switch,
oh my God.
just like playing the Switch. It's so funny.
Well,
those advertisements did not lie.
No,
they did not lie. They were not an exaggeration.
Yeah.
It was pretty hilarious.
It is actually funny though, because I finish your story.
No, I was just gonna say like there's no cameras allowed, but this guy's it's like I really just want to take a picture of this guy that's playing a Switch like butt naked. I was like, this is wow, Nintendo. Yeah, you actually did it.
Yeah, it's funny because I actually brought the Switch to work with me the one day, and I was playing it in a low key area, and 3 people walked by and were like, "Oh, is that the Switch?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah." And like I showed them that. Like, "Oh man, that's really cool." And I was just like, "That's weird," because like I don't know. I feel like if that was like a 3DS or something, or even a Vita or whatever, like nobody would have cared. But like people like they knew what it was. I was like, "Huh." I was like, "That's interesting." So
we'll see. What else do you have? Oh,
definitely got a different stigma than like the Vita or 3DS too. Like it's a handheld at the same time. It's also a home console, so people look at it differently, even though like
it doesn't have a negative stigma for the handheld.
Right? Yeah, it's like because it's really like it's replacing the Vita for me. That's what it's doing.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I said. It's whatever you want it to be.
Yeah.
For you, it's a Vita successor. For Jim, it's a console.
Yeah.
Primary,
but it was nice to have, like, if Mass Effect was on that, I would love to play it on that system, because just being able to
well, and that's what I'm thinking, like, all the time, too. It's like, Persona 4 Golden on Vita was amazing, and, like, you just play it in bed or whatever, because that's the kind of game, you just pop it up and start it, and, like, it's immediately there. That's what I was like, oh, man, I wish some of this stuff was on Vita, like, I mean, I'm on Switch. It's like, ah.
Yep. All right. Last bit of news I have right now, well, there's 2 things, was the Scorpio from Microsoft, which... we don't know if it has any games, but they keep saying how powerful it's going to be. It's supposed to be revealed this week, I heard, sometime. Probably by April 6th.
I heard that was also not true, but I don't know who's...
I don't think Phil Spencer even declined that. He just said, look for a reveal soon, is what he replied to it as.
If we don't hear by tomorrow, I don't think it's this week, because they need time to send people out to the venue. Wherever
how fast did Nintendo do that? They did it like within their initial announcement. Was that a week?
Yeah,
I don't even know if it was a week. I know it was quick because we were like, when's this announcement? When is this thing? And they finally sent out invites. So the rumor has it, though, is that... now, this is weird, because I wanted to ask you guys this question. Forza 7, which I'm not shocked, is supposed to be one of the premier games for the Scorpio. The one that I'm reading about now is Red Dead Redemption. Isn't that signed with Sony for exclusive content? Am I wrong thinking that, or was I...
I don't know. Probably, if you're going to pick a console for exclusives, you're going to go with Sony these days.
But the fact that it might be in the premiere for the Scorpio obviously means it doesn't. But I thought it got premiered. Like,
it could have content exclusive items.
Yeah, I thought they said
that. As far as like performance, it may just be a beast on Scorpio. Who knows?
I don't know. Battlefront 2, which is supposed to be shown.
I was just gonna say the other rumor that they have out there is that it may be called Xbox One X.
Come on, please stop. Please.
I mean, what would they call it? Like Xbox 1.5, Xbox 2, Xbox One 2, Xbox One 2 Switch?
Yeah.
I don't think it's
1-2 Xbox.
Keep the code name. They never do that, but they always should.
I don't like Scorpio. I don't like that. I don't like Scorpio. Yeah, it sounds like Hank Scorpio from Simpsons. I
love that character, but like, I don't
he's fantastic. But that's all I think about when I hear Scorpio. I laugh.
Yeah.
Who is that?
Anyways,
Well, you
best
can't call it the elite. You can't call it
Is
the
that
pro.
is that like a single episode character?
Yeah. Yeah.
Then okay.
Still the best.
you could theoretically call it Xbox 4K. And finally fix their numbering system.
Sure, whatever.
Because Xbox One should have been Xbox 3, but
I hope it fails miserably.
You don't even know anything.
you don't even know what it is yet. Let's find out what it is.
I don't care. I don't want it.
All right. There are more. By the way, there are more TVs 4K in households than there were for 1080p adoption rates. It's like way higher. So these two companies aren't like missing out. They're not like overdoing it here with 4K content. It's just.
Well, I think it's also like the performance. You gotta try to keep pace with PC. I mean, at least try. It's not happening, but you gotta try.
No, they screwed up at the start of this generation. Both of these companies. I'll call it out. They made these first two systems too small of an iteration for a new generation. They really did.
Well, you couldn't go bigger because otherwise you'd be spending $700 to $600.
They had plenty of time to get that shit together, Corey, from the previous gen. They did.
They may have had plenty of time. It's just about manufacturing.
It's just the previous gen was such a huge jump. Like that was I felt like they leapfrogged.
Yeah. Yeah, that was.
Well, you went from non-HD, like also. Well, I mean, I guess you had HD, but I mean, like you went. Yeah, it's just the graphical jump was just much larger.
Right. Like you take a PS2 game and compare it to like a PS3 game or an Xbox One, like Xbox game to an Xbox 360 game. And
the HD jump is ridiculous.
Difference. The HD jump was huge. And that's, again, why I'm saying a lot of developers struggled with that because they're like, oh shit, we need a lot more resources to do this HD stuff. And now it's like, Super HD. It's like, cool.
Yeah. All I know is like Battlefront's was a really nice looking game, and Battlefront 2 is supposed to be premiering at Star Wars Celebration, and it's supposed to be for the Scorpio, like a premiere 4K.
April 15th, they said it's going to reveal.
So that would kind of coincide with the Scorpio already being announced, if that's the case. But so we'll see. We'll know more this week.
Yep.
Let's get into what we've been up to, though. I mean, Mike and I'm sure we've been playing Andromeda. You've been playing anything else before we get into that?
Not really. Nothing of note.
So I only have 16 hours to that game. I didn't play it all this weekend. I had a shitty weekend, by the way, just for like car issues, and then my finger exploded. Yeah. So So I had a shitty weekend. I didn't play many games during it. I played a couple of missions in Andromeda. I finished another vault.
The fuck is a vault?
I'm not going to get into that. Not going to get into that. So, just saying I finished another vault. But I actually really like the game now for the Mass Effect charm. Like, it's got it. It does have the Mass Effect. Yeah, so we're talking about Andromeda. And so I've been playing
Skype took a shit, basically. Is what
but I've been, like I said, I've played about 16 hours, getting past all my shit from this weekend. I didn't play much this weekend, except for a couple vaults, or a vault, and a couple of like, the tasks of Mass Effect where you got to talk to people, like that. The task. It's a task in this game. Like you need to talk to people. Always has been. So I feel like the charm of Mass Effect is actually there, but the game just isn't. There's no polish. That's the best way to describe it.
And like I said, this game probably, if it had a few more months to like get the animations, get the draw like glitches and all that shit straightened out.
Which, by the way, we're getting an announcement tomorrow for. Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see what that is. I kind of want to slow my progress a little bit just to like leave a bit after that, but I don't know what it's going to be.
I'm only like 30% done with the game.
It's telling me I'm 35%.
And hold on, that's the thing.
Also level like 29.
Yeah,
Jim, you need to cut this fucking game off and let them fucking patch it.
Yeah.
Are you really going to replay this if they patch it later?
No.
After you've beaten the game?
No. It depends on what they announce tomorrow. How about that? We'll see what they announce tomorrow. You're right. You're absolutely right on that situation. So you're right. Because they're not going to replay this game. Like, it's not a game that you're going to replay to find out the other storylines. I'm not.
Unless you screw something up and there's a save that's consistent.
Persistent. Maybe, but
I mean, Mass Effect 2, I played both those games 3 times.
I played those twice. at least.
Because I wanted to go Renegade and I wanted to go Paragon and I wanted to go as
But that's not in this game
the
now.
female.
That's not in this game now.
Well, I understand. I'm just saying, but that's like where the draw is, like to see those different sides and things. That's where.
Well, you can play it as a
I want to
female
play
in
it
this,
this
but
way. I want to play this.
You don't want to play it as the female right now because she looks.
Oh, I'm gonna play as a female if I play this game because I gotta see those animations.
Hopefully they're fixed by then.
It's all about.
Corey, don't say if.
Hopefully not. Actually, I
gotta
want to see this.
As a Mass Effect fan, I will even let you borrow my game to play it. You should play this game when you're done with Persona.
No, you need to get something back for your investment there. Because
what's the opposite of a palate cleanser? What's the opposite of a palate cleanser?
The same thing.
It's the same thing. I mean, instead of like get the bad taste out of your mouth. I mean, that's the same idea.
Or the same.
No. Like if you play Persona, you get, what is it called when you get the good taste out of your mouth with something bad?
It's called Mass Effect 3's ending, where Jim stops playing games.
But I don't think we're in any danger on this game, at least. So I mean, like I said,
your expectations are so low.
Yeah, no, and I think that.
Like I said, there's no consequences.
Like
that's a thing.
It helped this game, like because
there's no point. Right, there's no point to this. I mean, who cares?
Like Iron Fist for Mike. He's enjoying it because everybody told him it was bad.
No, I mean I'm only 5 episodes in. It's gonna get worse, but probably. I could tell by the way you guys liked it and didn't like it that I'm at an okay point and it's gonna get worse. But
wait,
as far as
he's talking about Iron Fist. No, Iron Fist early on it was okay.
Yeah.
There's some parts to it are okay, but as far
as Mass Effect goes, I'm 43 hours into it.
I'm 5% behind you, and I have like 16 hours in.
Yeah, I'm doing because I don't want to miss anything, and there's so much.
But there's no payout for tasks. You don't get anything for that.
You get experience and money.
I don't think. The game has some glitches.
What level are you, Jim?
20.
I'm 29. So, and I don't know. I mean,
but I beat. Oh, never mind. I'm not going to say that. Never mind. So I was going to talk about Horizon, and then I'm like, no, we're not going to spoil that. So,
but
I caught it, Tony. Caught it.
Thank you.
So, anyways, Mass Effect though.
I'm actually really liking it, even though
I'm not going to say really. I do have a draw to play it though. Like I do have that. I want to play the game. Like tonight, I haven't been able to yet because I've been so busy.
I'll say,
and I'm going to afterwards.
I'll say that the game is a 7.5 out of 10, and it loses a full point for all its technical issues. That would make it only 8.5 if it was like technically good, because the characters still aren't as good as they should be.
Yeah. I agree. I'm in the same exact ballpark for the score. 7.5, and
I mean, it's still
a full point for the technological issues.
It's still compelling. I've still had a dream about it, which means it's a good game.
Whoa.
Most of the games
I had a dream about Horizon.
I have dreams, yeah.
Jesus.
And
if I'm into a game, I'll have a dream about
Destiny and Borderlands. So
wow.
I have dreams all the time.
I don't think I've ever had a game or a dream about a game.
You have the same situation though. You're like you see it in reality. Like you're like, is this like?
Well, I mean, when you're obsessing about something, like like with Horizon, I'm like thinking about all the stuff like I'm gonna do, and like I'm planning things like as I'm like going to bed. I'm like, oh, this is what I got to do tomorrow or something. Then as you fall asleep, you like it seeps into your dreams. I mean, that's what happens. Same thing with.
No, I'm not hating. I'm just saying I don't think I've ever had that happen, but I could be wrong.
I feel sorry for you, Tony.
Yeah, no, pretty much.
Reality is better than dreams, man.
Every game that I've had, that I've been into, enough, I've had a dream about, I think. So yeah,
okay.
There's just a lot to do, so I'm enjoying it. I just wish the characters were better and their faces were not so fucked.
And I'm liking it more too than last week, so that's good. And the combat's gotten much more. It clicked for me, the combat. So I'm actually
once you get strong.
I actually found a really awesome Reddit post to how to spec yourself to be like Thor in this game. So I've done that now. It's pretty fun.
I do think the research and development thing is way too complicated.
Yes.
If you know.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's a lot of way too complicated.
It doesn't really make sense.
Let's get to the important parts of this. Have you guys got to the softcore porn yet?
I haven't yet.
I had an opportunity for fooling around with a character that I didn't really want to be my main one.
Wasn't there a storyline or some article out saying that these are essentially softcore porn scenes?
Well, they show more than the previous ones, apparently. But I haven't gotten there yet.
So I accidentally, you know what's funny is like I accidentally started the my character's gay storyline. So
Accidentally?
well, I don't play. I'm not. Hey, you want to play it that way?
It just, I don't know. It just fell in his butt, guys.
Yeah. So the one character that I talked to, like,
was the quest bend over and pick up the soap?
No, because like there's chat dialogue.
It's fucking Liam's fault. Liam did it.
And I hadn't realized that there's like symbols at that point that start the quest lines. Like there's hearts, and that tells you that you're talking about like a flirting thing. And I pressed that because I'm like, that's something that I would say to this guy. It was a nice comment. So I pressed it, and then like since that point, he has.
I think we're learning on. Are you coming out of the closet, Jim?
No. So he's been flirting with me nonstop in this game. I'm just going straight business. Nope.
Straight business. Wow.
Like every time he's like, hey, you want to talk? And I'm like, no, not really, man. I'm good.
He's still kind of like that when you don't do that. If you're talking about Liam.
So I don't know. Like
he's annoying. I hate him.
Yeah, but.
And he's allergic to shirts.
I don't know if we're talking about the same character.
What's your character's name?
Liam is the one I'm talking about.
I'm not talking about Liam. I'm talking about Gil, or whatever his name is.
Gil. Fuck that guy.
So
Gil reminds me of the guy from The Office.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, it's been decent, but all right. Anything else? Corey?
Hold on. This is what I don't understand. So like, all right, the whole reason, not the whole reason, but a good reason why you guys like Mass Effect, the trilogy, was because it had good characters, it had good writing. You were interested in seeing what happened. Like, for all intents and purposes, this could be the last Mass Effect game.
Yeah.
No sequel, like no, like so. Why would from what you guys are saying, the characters aren't even that good this time around. So like, what's the catch?
Mass Effect feel. It's got that. It's in the game. It's tough to tell you. Like you have to play it to like. It's got the feel like it's Mass Effect still. It's still there. It's just
there's a big scope to it too as well. And some of the characters are good. Like I said, like maybe 1/3 of them are
I actually
compelling.
I actually like the new characters in this game. Like, there's new characters and stuff that I like. And then
and I understand that whole concept though, because I mean, like the bad Borderlands game is still a Borderlands game, and I still play a shit out of it.
That's a good example.
And it wasn't made by Gearbox.
Yeah, it's a good example.
But it has Borderlands characters, and it's a Borderlands game. So I'll play the pre-sequel and enjoy it because it's Borderlands.
Corey,
but it's not the main team.
What have you been playing?
Played a lot of Horizon still, trying to get the platinum for that. And I like what Sony's doing with some of their games. Like, you platinum it, and they give you something for doing that. And they actually emailed me when they give you a theme, an exclusive theme that shows you platinumed it.
Wait, what?
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Wait, for just their Sony games, though?
For like Bloodborne, for Horizon, that kind of stuff. So I think that's pretty cool. Like, I kind of wish that some of these other games did that, because some of these platinums are pretty tough to get. Like, we're saying with Final Fantasy 15, it's like, fuck that. Why?
Dude,
but you did it. So you can like show that, and you can be like, yeah, like this is something I've done.
If I cared about themes, maybe I would do that.
One side conversation I want to have really quick, and we could have talked about this more when we were both playing Zelda, Jim, but like, after playing Zelda, like my opinion of Final Fantasy 15 went down so much, because I'm like, wait, why was this game open world? Yeah. Like, or rather, why was the first half open world? Like, there's no reason that there's no point to being overworld.
What's funny was like, I was so worried that was going to happen in Zelda because of what happened in Final Fantasy that I'm like, that made the game even better, Zelda, because I'm like, I can't believe they did that to Final Fantasy. Like, they really, and I haven't even played the patch, and I meant to. Like, I talked all about it, but yeah, it definitely has gone down more in my mind, like the game quality. Yeah. I mean, I've just played Horizon and Zelda, which trounced the shit out of that game.
Yeah. Like, and the thing is, I really enjoyed my time with it. It's just like, the first half. But it's just like, I'm just talking about like, why did it need to be open world? And I don't think anybody can really answer that. Because like, for the most part, I mean, the mechanic, like the game really enforces you to just let Ignis drive around. So you don't even get to explore the open world, really, unless you want to. But why would you want to? There's, like, hardly anything out there.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't realize it when we played it, but you're right. I mean, it's an open world game that doesn't have anything in it.
I mean, the thing with that was it was a lot of fun to do the things that I was doing.
Sure.
Like I enjoyed doing all the
fun,
side quests.
You forget, like it was a fun
the
bro
combat.
Fest. It was a bro fest.
Yeah, and then the combat was really well done. It just, I mean, you're right about the fact that there really isn't much else to, like, no secrets to really discover. Like, you know what you need to do, you know where you need to go, and then you just go and do that. There's a direct path for everything. There really isn't any incentive to, like you're saying, to explore in that game.
That, and just like the fact that you can't jump over the stupidest, smallest like things. Like, oh god, it just I talked about it being annoying back in the day when I was playing Final Fantasy 15, but like after playing Zelda again, it's just like Link could just climb over this thing and I'd be fucking at the end of the game already. It's like, no, Noctis has to do this bullshit with these fucking switches.
But that's like the first game. But Zelda's like the first game that really come through with that. Like,
yeah, I know.
I mean, Horizon doesn't let you do everything either. I mean, it's an open world, but they hide it.
There are paths.
The difference between Horizon and Final Fantasy is Horizon's open world like incorporates you into it better. Like Final Fantasy never really brings you into that world, and that was the problem. In retrospect,
and that's the thing is like, I mean, they tried a little bit, I guess, with those stupid like cars that are on the side of the road, and you could be like, oh, here's a car repair kit, and you get like a couple AP and whatnot. But it's just like it's like nothing in the grand scheme of things at all. It's not even worth me stopping the fucking car. It's like
I can get more experience in the AP just by driving around, guys.
So what's ridiculous though, just talk about this game real quick. I was reading the patch notes because the Gladio DLC is coming out.
Yeah.
And they're buffing magic. They're like buffing magic even more. I'm like, did you guys not think that magic was strong in this game? Like, I don't understand. Like, magic was the one thing that I could reliably count because it's like, well, you're weak to one of these fucking three, so here you go, eat shit.
Yep.
And then they're buffing the ring to actually like. Yeah.
So you might want to use it after you
that never came back out after that. I did have it on for like the final fight in the beginning of it. I'm like, wait, fuck this. I changed it out. I'm like, what am I doing wasting my time with this thing?
Man. You can talk about that. I just can't wait till they have some sort of DLC for Horizon. I don't know if they're going to, but
no, they are definitely. They've already talked about it.
I mean, the fact of how popular the game is, like they just they're gonna try to milk it a little bit. So as long as it. There's stories to tell.
I mean, I wouldn't even say milk because, I mean, all the Sony first-party, I'm pretty sure at least, all the Sony first-party games for PS4 have had some sort of DLC, right? Like Infamous, they had...
We're still waiting on most of Uncharted's, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Uncharted is getting that spin-off.
Because Uncharted was making that into a DLC, and they decided to make it a spin-off instead. That's what happened. That was originally going to be a side story, like part of the game.
Wait, they're making another Uncharted 4 game?
Yeah, the Lost.
I thought it was
spin-off.
I thought it was still just DLC.
It's standalone, but you get it if you have the season pass.
Yeah.
Oh, right. But okay, I'm sorry. Same thing, because like Infamous had for Second Son, they had
yes,
the standalone DLC.
Last Light or whatever.
Right, Last Light.
This is the. Yeah, go ahead. It's the catch-22 though with DLC because this is like it's a good thing because you know they didn't make this beforehand and hold it off. But the bad thing is you have to wait like a year for them to make it.
I can't tell you a game that did not get DLC though. The Order.
What's that?
No.
Wait,
that's not a. You said game.
I mean, Telltale puts out games.
Sure they do. But I know what those are. They self-admit what those are. I'm gonna hate on Order.
Man, I forgot about Order. Jesus.
Yeah.
Most people did. I liked it. I thought it was fun.
Microsoft's giving away.
I really liked the world they built there. And I wish there was more.
Microsoft's giving away Rise this month for gold. And I'm like, I've been talking about it for months, for years actually, that I wanted to play that game. Now I'm like, I don't want to play that game. That's
exactly. It's like you'd play it at launch, but not 3 years deep into a generation when you're getting Persona and Zelda and Nier and fucking
That's
Horizon.
Kind of thing. Like if somehow they
you can't even name an Xbox game you're getting though. Is he gonna name an Xbox one? I don't think so.
Yeah. Anyway, so Corey, anything else?
Yeah, a lot of Destiny. They released the Age of Triumph stuff. I can't even call it DLC. It's really just updating all of their old content and trying to push this nostalgia trip on you. It's like, hey, look what we've done for the past 3 years. We're going to take you through it. And it's pretty, I mean, as a Destiny fan, it is pretty cool, and I do appreciate that. And they have different tasks for you to do that bring you back to all of the old missions and stuff. But I've been enjoying that. They have a weekly raid mission that you can do, which gives you bonuses and loot that's haven't been around for a while, and all at max light. So we've been trying to do that. My friend Apple and funny enough Bryn, but I was trying. It's just like sometimes you get in random groups with people, and you just immediately know this is not going to end well. Like this is, and like I don't know why you just do it, but like you just still try, and you're like, why? Afterwards, you like regret it. It's like, what the hell was I thinking? And that happened to me last night, where I'm trying to get this Crota raid done, just so I can complete a quest that we have. And so we looked for a group, we found one, and immediately we spawn in, and it's like, you can just tell by some of the people like how they talk. It's like this is not going to go. When I text Apple, I'm like, I have a bad feeling about this, and he's like, lol, agreed. And then like 3 tries later, like people are like screwing up and like just not going. And like we're gonna try a couple more times, and if this doesn't go well, we're out of here. And it just kept fucking up, and it's like, why did I waste my time? We knew this was gonna be a bad experience.
Yeah.
But I still got to do that before the thing expires.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Destiny, it's good, and it's got me hyped up for 2, man. Like pre-ordered that. Got it at GameStop. Which weird. They gave the Cade figure out immediately. Like which I thought what you would get when you pick it up.
Yeah.
But they had it there already. So like, how much you want to put down? Like, put $5, and they gave me the figure. Like, that's weird. Like,
okay.
Usually they'd want you to pay for everything before they give you the content.
Yeah.
But.
All right, Tony, what have you been up to?
Like I said a little earlier, still Zelda. Binding of Isaac still. I mean, it's only been a couple days, so I really haven't played too much. Played board games over the weekend.
Oh, good. Cool.
Nice.
What did we play? Resistance. Got to
nice. The Spies one I saw twice.
I schooled Bill so hard. He was so mad. But yeah, got to control things from the shadows, which is always fun. Robo Rally, which is just stupid, crazy BattleBot type stuff, and some other stuff that I can't think of off the top of my head. And really,
I just got a Kickstarter from one of my board games that I got, and it's by Anthony Birch. He's the guy who wrote Borderlands 2. The game is called The World Championship of Russian Roulette. It's pretty hilarious.
Okay.
It's basically, your team has to survive the longest.
All right.
That's
cool. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Persona this week, so that's
probably
what I'll be playing for the next month.
Yeah. I finished up my book as well as Andromeda. I finished up Console Wars, which I couldn't stop listening to. Like that was
it's seriously like that for me. Like if I'm in the car, Console Wars. At the gym, Console Wars.
We're like, everybody talks about like spoilers and how they're bad for games and stuff, but like this book, because you know where things go, you're like, I got to find out how they get from this to here.
And that's the other thing is like there's so many like as you go through the process, you're living through this.
And I was alive. Yeah, I was alive like during this generation. It's like my prime,
you hear things
prime,
every so often. You're like, why did and you wonder like why did this happen or why did that happen?
Like the Saturn.
And then
launch
now
day.
you're finding out
the Saturn launch day. Like I now know why that. After finishing the book, you know why it happened. And like
there's actually a pretty good site called Do you know gaming or something like that? Where just
did you know gaming?
There it is. Yeah, did you know gaming? And they have a lot of those types of facts.
Yeah, they have their own YouTube channel. I'm subscribed.
Yeah.
So after you subscribe to AllYouCanGeek, you can check them out too.
Yeah. So I mean, like the book was a great listen to. I'm sure it's a great read. Yeah, I mean it's a great listen. It was great. So if you're a Sega fan, it's interesting to learn about the rise and fall of your company. From me, as being an early Nintendo fan, it was interesting how much Sega changed the game industry that I didn't realize, and also how
especially here,
and also like how empiristic like the Nintendo used to be. Like they used to. No wonder people hate them. Like there was
I thought they did a good job explaining why, because Atari crashed the market so hard.
They wanted to control the content so badly because of that, because of Atari's crash. And then the other thing was they also had a commitment to quality games. They literally did. They really had a commitment to this. So it's like they didn't like Mortal Kombat came out, and they didn't want to allow the blood in there because that was something they stood by. And they knew they were going to lose sales in that. They knew it, but they did it anyways. So it's like they stuck by their principles back then. And then they
you don't get a Nintendo seal of quality on games anymore.
No, but they explained why they made that change too in the book too. That gets into that. So it's really cool hearing like from the Nintendo side of things. And then you also get like the final chapters are with Sony. You really get Sony's because Sony got passed around a lot between the two companies, and then finally they're like basically like fuck you, we're doing this ourselves, and they basically angered the wrong person during that, and that's what screwed over both Nintendo and Sega. I think. I mean, it's interpretation at that point, but that's what I feel like. They both screwed over Sony so much back in the day that when Sony finally jumped into the ring, they I don't want to give away too much from the book, but like when the PlayStation was coming out at CES just before the last CES, just before they came out with E3, Sony was coming out with the PSX, so they got napkins delivered to Sega's conference where they said, PSX, see you soon, to everybody in the room. Like, that was the napkins they had to use in that room. So, like, when Sega had to give their announcement, everybody was using napkins that said, PSX, see you soon, on it. Like, there's that kind of shit was going on behind the scenes. Like, trolling. Massive trolling from Sony.
Yeah. Like, just the stuff that gets, like, done behind the scenes and stuff like that. You're just
probably,
like, what?
Maybe wouldn't fly now. Maybe it's still going on. I don't know. But I'm just like, that probably would not fly nowadays. Like, it's just, like, they would, what'd they send? They sent crazy people to Nintendo's press conference. They literally went out. They went out on the town and they copied Nintendo's invitations and they gave them to the most random people on the streets to go see Nintendo's conference. That was Sony.
What the fuck?
It's amazing what they did. Like wow. Yeah, just and then hearing it from like the heads of Nintendo and Kalinske, who is Sega, hearing from their point of view when these people show up, they're just like, I can't believe they did this. And they just keep going with their presentation, but they know that like, Jesus, they got to stop screwing with us. This is ridiculous. So, but it's a great book. It's a great book. So, anyways, that's pretty much it for me. Andromeda as well, and that's it. So, I think that's gonna wrap up 338. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Tune in next week. We will try to have a spoiler cast actually on Horizon. I think we're due for that. So look for that next week. Write us podcast at AllYouCanGeek.net. Follow us on Twitter. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and like us on Facebook and stuff. So thanks.